Tonight we're doing another stealth camp, and here's the situation. I'm still in Arizona. I have a job in the morning, and so I need to swing by Lowe's and pick up some supplies. And so I want to find a spot to stay the night that is close to Lowe's, but of course I want to have a successful stealth camp, just a spot out of the way that blends in where nobody bothers me. And so I found this spot up here across from the hospital that looks interesting. Check this out. So right across from the hospital, there's this uh, Claudia Dima cardiologist. So there's this parking lot, but then on the backside, there's like this other building that's not even named. I don't know what it is. It just has an address. And then there's this big parking lot back behind it. And it just looks pretty empty, pretty tucked away. The only street is this Avenue A. But if I go and park back here in the corner of the parking lot, I think that might be a cool, stealthy spot to spend the night. So check this out. If we want to know how far the distance is, you can right click on your destination, in this case Lowe's, and it puts a little white dot. And then you go and click on the place, your destination, and it gives you this white line. It tells you the distance between those 2 points. But then you can drag the white line out to the streets you want to take, and it'll give you a distance approximation. So if we drag those out and we drag this up here, look at that. We can see to this point it's half a mile, and to this point it's 1 mile, and then we have a total of 0.3 miles in. So it's only 1.63 miles from this spot we're going to go stealth camp at down to Lowe's. So that's a pretty good distance. So let's head on in and see how it looks. Look at that, literally right across the street from the hospital. So we'll check this out. Wow, this is empty. This is empty. See what's going on here. We're going back into this dark parking lot. There's a few cars over here for whatever reason, but there's nothing going on back here. Let's see what we can do. Oh, this is interesting. There's nobody back here. Look at this. There's nobody back here. Okay. Yeah, so we'll try this out. This looks pretty good. Let's see if we can find a spot. So we'll whip around like this. This is where we're gonna be for the evening. We'll go ahead and shut her down. There it is. And we'll go outside and take a look at the spot. So last week you guys saw me use this cab access door to crawl into the back when I was staying in the hotel parking lot. We're not going to use that tonight. And the reason why is because, yes, this is an actual business truck. This is my work truck. It is actually my own business. I install solar and air conditioning for vans and RVs, other vehicle dwellers, and I have a job tomorrow. And so I have a whole bunch of equipment and parts and pieces for the job that are all packed inside the van. And so for that reason, I'm not able to use the door. I'll show you guys what I mean in a minute. So this is the spot right under the street lamp. Overall, it's pretty quiet. Look at that sky. That's pretty. It's kind of ominous. See the moon up there? Quiet evening back here. So this is going to be it. It's actually Thursday. Let's see, today's Thursday, so tomorrow's Friday. I looked on Google Maps. This building is some kind of an educational building. So they might they might be coming into work today, but I figured if I parked all the way back in the corner, in this corner spot, I won't be taking anybody's space. They probably won't hassle me. And I don't think anyone's going to be coming through tonight checking. There's absolutely no cars, nobody in here. I doubt there's going to be any security rolling through. All kinds of office complexes all around. You got complexes over there. There's a grocery store over there. There's more office complexes. So that's it. This is home for the evening. Let's hop in and get comfortable. So here we are, hopping in the back. Let's do it. Let's do it. So last week's video went viral, kind of caught me off guard. We have almost 400,000 views on it. I really appreciate everyone that clicked through and watched the video. And you guys had a lot of questions. So I wanted to go ahead and just answer some really quick, let you guys know a little bit about what's going on here in my tiny home on wheels. So last week I did cooked a roast, and a lot of you folks were asking if I have a sink. I do have a sink, it's right here. When I'm traveling, I put my tea kettle in the sink so it doesn't bounce around. And then once I arrive on my location, the tea kettle goes right there, just like that. And so I do have a sink right here, pretty large, stainless. It's got a cutting board, dish tray. I have a 30-gallon freshwater tank under the van, and so there's a water pump right down here. You can turn it on. You got running water, just like that. There's also a drain that collects all the water so it's not dumping onto the street. Additionally, a lot of folks wanted to know, where's the bathroom at? As you can see, in my tiny home on wheels, there's no traditional bathroom. I do have a toilet. That's right down here. This is the Boxio separation toilet. You guys can look that up if you want to know more, but it separates solid and liquid waste, and I use that toilet every day. Really enjoy it. There's no shower in here. I do take showers at the gym. I've been living this lifestyle for 7 years now, and I've lived for 7 years with no shower in my home on wheels, and I'm pretty comfortable with it. And a lot of other vehicle dwellers, van lifers, they don't have showers in their rigs, especially people living in SUVs and cars. So I just go to the gym for a shower, and that works just fine for me. And additionally, the wrap on my vehicle, it is my actual business. I travel the country and I install solar power for people on their vans and RVs and trailers, all kinds of fun stuff. And I actually have an install happening tomorrow. And so when I'm doing an install, I have to order all kinds of extra parts and pieces. And so when I do that, I leave my bed in bed mode. I don't close it up to bench. And then right down here, I just pile all my supplies and parts underneath the bed. So here's a solar charge controller. I have a big inverter charger back there, a huge 400 amp hour battery, all kinds of wiring and parts that are all under the bed that are going to go into tomorrow's install. So that's why we didn't use the pass-through today from the cab into the bed. It's obstructed by the bed. That happens sometimes. It's really not a big deal. And honestly, I prefer just using the full-size door anyway. It's pretty easy just to hop out, come in the back door. It's full size. You don't have to crouch, and super convenient. So that's just a kind of a quick wrap up on the tour. I wanted to answer just a couple questions you guys had. Oh yeah, and also this van is for sale. And the reason it's for sale is because I've outgrown it. I have no room for more parts and pieces for my solar business. So I'm selling this van, and I'm going to be building a larger one that will allow me to carry all kinds of extra tools and equipment on hand. And additionally, it is going to have a full wet bath inside, including a shower. So after 7 years of no shower, I'm finally going to put one inside my next home on wheels. For those of you that are curious, it's currently 9:06 p.m. It is 64 degrees outside, and it is 69 degrees inside. I do have a ductless mini split air conditioner. I don't use it for heating because the heat isn't really that warm. It's better at cooling. And so I have a diesel heater underneath the bed, that little black outlet right there. And so when I want some heat, I fire on the diesel heater. But the van does really well, and I oftentimes just don't need heat at all. So I'm hungry. let's go ahead and make some food. I'm gonna do a light dinner tonight because it's late, it's 9 o'clock. I don't wanna be cooking a steak and eating a huge heavy steak right before I try to go to sleep. So I'm gonna do a light dinner with some veggies. We're gonna do sourdough bread with some sliced tomatoes with salt. And then additionally, I'm going to have a little bit of a vegetable salad with some carrots and some cucumber and onion, and I think I might have bought some radish as well. So we're gonna have a light vegetarian dinner tonight. It's gonna be delicious. Let's get after it. And by the way, I'm using my only knife. This is the only knife I have in my van. It's like just an all-purpose serrated knife. I bought it at Walmart like 4 years ago. It's pretty dull, but it's just the only knife I have, and I haven't bothered to buy more. So people watching the last video were like, oh, you should have different knives. And I'm telling you, when you live a minimal lifestyle, like van life, all that kind of stuff, just, it doesn't really matter. You know, you're just living your life, having a good time. You use what you got, it works just fine, and you get on with your life. So overall, excuse me. So a lot of the things I do are abnormal compared to like a traditional lifestyle where you're in a home and you have all the stuff. I don't have all the stuff. I'm a minimalist, but I promise you, I'm having a good time. So let's have a good time making a vegetarian dinner. I'm ready. So it's a little bit dark in here. Like for me personally, just being in the van, it looks good. It's comfortable. It's not super bright, but I realize for you guys watching, you want to see a little bit more light. So when I'm making a video, I'll go ahead and fire on the overheads. And we'll get some bright light going so you guys can see what's happening. So we have English cucumber. We're gonna cut that up. Additionally, we do have radishes, so we're gonna do that. And I have some carrots. And I also have an onion right here. So we're gonna combine all these things together. Oh, and sourdough bread. Really like the sourdough. And then let's see, down here we got some organic Roma tomatoes. So this sink works out really nice because it has like this drying rack. So I can just rinse the veggies, put them on the drying rack, and then wipe them with a paper towel. And the veggie salad, it's usually better if you don't eat it the first night. Like, you know, if you just kind of put it in the fridge, let it marinate, then it's definitely a lot better. The vegetables kind of soften. They absorb the olive oil and vinegar. That's what we're going to use. We didn't have time for that today, so we're just going to have some tonight, but we're not going to eat it all. So it'll be much better tomorrow for lunch, maybe, while I'm doing the solar install. I'm going to be installing solar for somebody here in Arizona on a cargo trailer conversion. And the way they found me is they just saw me driving through town and they saw the wrap on my van and they went to the website, found my phone number, gave me a call, and went over, looked at it, gave them an estimate, and the rest is history. So it's kind of funny because a lot of people that saw the video last week assumed the wrap was just a decoy, like a fake business to throw people off. It's actually my real business, and so it actually generates me money. And I have quite a few people that come up to me when they see me in a parking lot or wherever I'm at and talk to me about solar and they want something installed on their rig. So it's actually pretty beneficial. It works hand in hand. And I'm really happy that I went ahead and did that vehicle wrap. It's really paid off. We got the salad. You can see the layers, the carrots, the radish, the cucumber. I need to put some onion in there. I actually might just skip the onion because every time I cut onion, it just makes me cry. And so I might just skip it tonight, although it is better with onion. So now we're going to add olive oil and vinegar. We got some organic, extra virgin. I got this at Grocery Outlet, by the way. If you guys have never heard of Grocery Outlet, they have really good products. They have some healthy stuff, some organic stuff, some gluten-free stuff. Sometimes they have grass-fed organic ground beef. So you can find some really good deals there, but the prices are super low. A lot of it is like clearance items or items that, you know, were overstocked. So the prices are low and the quality's high. And then we got some apple cider vinegar. We're going to go ahead and put that on top. Some pink Himalayan sea salt to the top. We'll put the lid on. Go ahead and give it a shake. Just kind of mix everything up. Although I did kind of pack it pretty full, so it might not move around too much. We'll see what happens here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, there we go. See that? Look at that. We got all the veggies in there, in the oil and vinegar, just kind of marinating. So again, this is going to be way better after it sits. It's going to be awesome tomorrow, but it'll still be good tonight, especially because I'm hungry. So I'm going to set this aside for a few minutes. I'm going to make the sourdough with the tomato, and then we're going to eat. Another reason I really enjoy this lifestyle is because you get to stay the night kind of wherever you want. When I have a job coming up or like somewhere I need to be, I like to go park by that location at night. And then that way, when I wake up in the morning, I'm super close to where I need to be. I don't have like a long commute. Back when I was living in a house in Oregon and I was a heating and air conditioning technician, in my previous life, in my normal life, you know, I had a half an hour commute, 40-minute commute every morning from my house. And I worked a lot. I worked 50 hours a week often. And then it's like by the time I got home, I was basically just going to bed. And then I'd wake up the next morning and I'd have to do it all over. And I realized back when I was doing heating and air, I drove a service van, and I was like, so much of my day is wasted just driving to my house. And then I don't even get to enjoy my house because I'm tired. I just go to bed. And I thought, wouldn't it be nice if I could just like stay in the van and just wake up next to my job the next day and I don't have to, you know, go home. And so it's kind of funny, but that's actually what the lifestyle I ended up creating. So now, you know, I just kind of travel around. When I have a job, I stay the night in the area of the job. And, you know, like the job I'm doing tomorrow, it's going to be probably a 3-day job, 3-day install. And so I'm just going to stay right by his spot on the street, park on the street, stay there for a few days, get up every morning, drive, you know, 3 minutes to his place, do the work, and then drive away. So it's kind of cool, just not to have to sit in traffic, not to have to commute. And then, of course, I do not work a full schedule. You know, I'm not working 5 days a week. So it's just a lot lighter of a workload. I still, you know, work and make money and make good money, but I don't have to work as much because my bills are not as high. And the thing that sucks is when you realize the only reason you have to work so many hours is because you have to pay all these bills. You have to pay your rent or your mortgage and all the other utilities. And, you know, most people have a house and they have a car. So you have all these expenses that add up, and it just means you're working more hours. And a lot of times the things you're paying for, you're not even really getting to enjoy that much. So for me, this lifestyle works. I enjoy it. We got the sourdough bread with some sliced tomato. I'm going to pour a little salt on it. And then we're going to have some of these vegetables tonight. And I'm going to sit here at my computer desk. Now, for those of you that don't know, this is a window and this is a window, but I have curtains drawn at night so no one can see inside. Pull that up. You can't see anything out there. It's totally pitch black. Let me turn the lights off and we'll see what it looks like out there. See if we can see anything. There you go. So there you can see the parking lot, that education building, kind of back there. It's dark and it's quiet. It's pretty cozy back here. I'm actually kind of digging it. Let's see what's going on the other side. There's a big street light out here. It like makes everything look super orange. Look at that. As soon as I pull the curtain back, you can see the orange. There it is. You can see it's a little windy out there. The bushes are rocking. So we'll go ahead and fire up the TV, see what's on the YouTube tonight. Bring that out. All right, let's see what we got going on. Who do we got? Who do we want to watch? Oh, Gordon Ramsay. So I've been watching Kitchen Nightmares lately. I love Gordon Ramsay. It auto-played. Okay, we'll watch this one. We'll watch Gordon Ramsay. He's so funny, and I just like watching the watching how crazy some of these restaurants are. All right, I'm on board. Let's do it. Uh-oh, they don't like his pizza. It's mushy.
God forbid, if we said anything about his pizza, forget it.
The owner?
Co-owner.
Co-owner. With?
Pete. Where he is.
Oh.
Well, actually, I don't think I know I.
Where did you train? In New York.
What's interesting on these shows is like the owners or the head chefs, whoever's in charge, they're always convinced their food is the best. I make like this guy, I make the best pizza. But then why is the restaurant failing? Why do you have no customers if your pizza is so damn good? It's amazing to me that people like cannot make that connection. We'll see how terrible his pizza is. I bet it's in shambles.
We did open that Sunday.
Oh my God. Dripping in grease. The oil, the grease coming out of that.
Oh, it's a mess. It's oily and greasy.
Oil in there, the grease. That's gross.
That looks gross. Also, I hate when you get pizza and all the toppings just slide off.
Just exactly what I feel.
Oh, shut up.
He's not impressed. He's pissed.
Honestly, the best pizza in Denver. I mean, does that look like the best pizza? Trust me, I can tell you, it doesn't taste good.
It looks terrible. Super doughy.
The dough is so thick.
Thick
Wow,
dough.
It's just like a loaf of bread. It's like a baguette in there.
That's our thin crusts.
That's the thin crust. Huh.
Stop. Wow.
So no shocker there, the pizza is absolutely terrible. Even though the guy that's the owner and the head chef says it's the best pizza in Denver. Nah, it ain't. Oh man, I just went hard on that dinner. The sourdough tomato is gone. This is what's left of the veggies. I ate about half of it, and I'm feeling good. I'm feeling satisfied. I like to do just like a light veggie in the evening if I'm eating late. And because even though now I feel full and satisfied, I don't feel like heavy. You know, if I would have eaten a steak tonight at 9 o'clock at night, I would feel super lethargic. So good dinner. I enjoyed it. I'm going to put it away. We'll put this into the fridge, let it marinate. It's going to be delicious tomorrow. And then we'll go ahead and swing around the TV. The cool thing about having the TV on the swivel like that is, of course, I can watch it here at my desk while I'm eating or working or doing whatever, and then all I have to do is just swivel it over and I can watch it from bed. And since I didn't put the bed into bench mode today so I could load all my solar parts in, the bed is already made. It's ready. So I'm just going to go plop down and enjoy the rest of my evening.
Miles away from serving Denver's best pizza. That 1990
Drastic changes that have been made to the interior.
I want you all to dive in.
And it is a beautiful blue sky morning here in Arizona. Here we are at the education center. Slept all night, no issues, no disturbances. You can see there's a couple cars that pulled up at the front of the building. There's nobody back here. Back is super empty. So it's pretty clear they don't use the back part of the building. Hop over here. Nothing going on here either. Man, what a nice day. So it's time for me to make some espresso, and then we're going to head out to the job site.